Alrighty, everybody, we are talking about AI stocks today, and more specifically, these stocks that you can take advantage of the overall AI craze that is only growing pretty much on a daily basis now. At this point, AI is becoming more and more popular with things like ChatGPT, and now we're seeing huge companies like Microsoft and Google both try to take advantage of those overall industries. We're going to talk about some stocks that I believe are really, really good competitors for this overall industry and have the potential to grow in overall price because of the AI craze that we're currently going through right now. First things first, though, before we get into those, guys, I really want to recommend you join our free Discord with the first link down in the description below. This is how you get access to our buy and sell alerts that we post on a daily basis. We have an entire free section that you guys can check out if you guys like it, if you don't like it, whatever the case might be. And then if you guys really like it, you guys can actually get in and get literally daily alerts that we post in our premium section with the upgrade chat link that you guys saw right there, and of course in other places as well in the join us category. You can also find that as well. Before we talk about the AI stocks, though, just a quick little mention on what's going on in the market right now. We saw the last couple of days doing very, very well as far as the bullish behavior of the overall stock market is concerned. As you can see, we had a nice little intraday rally here last Thursday. Friday's rally was absolutely incredible. There was literally no red candles, barely any really anywhere at all, and we did very, very well. Nice breakout from that kind of little bull flag pattern that we kind of formed right there, and then of course shot up to the upside there. Now again, keep in mind that the RSI currently is very, very oversold right now, or overbought rather, overbought. And because that is the case, we are starting to see a convergence with the MACD. We're seeing this blue line, which typically when the blue line does go below the orange line, we see a rather bearish move towards the downside. So I wouldn't be surprised here, guys, if on coming market open on Monday, we do open up red, and more specifically, we open up not really performing as well as what everyone would probably expect. But that's the overall market. Let's talk a little bit more about some medium to long-term plays with these three stocks that, according to Molly Fool, you'll regret not buying on the dip. So these are all having to do with AI, by the way. So that's a really big, important part that I wanted to really kind of touch on. So Justin Pope, this is Snowflake, right? Snowflake could be a utility-like play on AI. Artificial intelligence is all the rage, and partially because of its seemingly endless uses. It's not a stretch to think that most businesses will eventually leverage AI in some fashion. Data could be the common link that ties AI applications together. AI trains its models and learns from the data it ingests. That's where Snowflake comes in, the enterprise software company that operates a data cloud and ecosystem where data can be stored, shared, and analyzed. Snowflake works across the public cloud platforms like Microsoft Azure and Amazon Web Services and integrates with many software tools. The company had about 7,828 customers as of the end of January and has done over $2 billion in revenue just over the past 4 quarters. Now, again, most of these AI-related or data-driven companies like Snowflake, for instance, do stand to make a lot of gains as we continue to digitize more and more of information services, especially in the overall stock market. Now, as you can see here from the chart that we're going to pull up right here, Snowflake has not been performing too great over the month of February. We saw a lot better performance here in the early parts of January and a little bit of last year. Keeping that in mind, though, we could see some nice potential entry points right here. More specifically, we can actually view a almost textbook bull flag pattern that we're forming right here. With this specific stock, I would not be surprised to see a green open come market open on Monday, guys. That's my personal opinion right there. This article also talks about Amazon. Amazon, interestingly enough, has obviously also seen that AI is continuing to grow as far as its popularity and use in overall business structure is concerned. Most of the recent AI hype that has centered whether Microsoft's Bing can unseat Alphabet's Google regarding search engine dominance, that's a very big conversation that's been happening right now. One of the things we've seen very often, more often than not recently too, is ChatGPT, which, as you all know, was recently bought out by Microsoft. I believe it was Microsoft. We're now seeing huge competitors move into those spaces. We're seeing Google's own specific AI kind of search engine, if you will. There's kind of a lot of different names that people are calling these things, starting to move into a little bit more of a competitive position in that same domain. And that's really exciting because what that means is that with more competition, we're only going to see more improvements in obviously both of the services, but more specific specifically the new services that are going to be coming out of this. Amazon is, of course, no stranger to artificial intelligence. They already use a lot of AI in some of their data analytics software, specifically more logistics, functioning out shipping times and things of that nature. And I believe that we're only going to see more and more of this being used in things like Alexa, for instance. Alexa is obviously Amazon's kind of in-house AI system that they've kind of pioneered and really pushed forward over the last couple of really kind of years, really trying to perfect that software. And more specifically, it seems like it's getting more and more advanced every year. And one of the last interesting companies that they talk about here is Zoom. So Zoom obviously is a video conferencing software, basically where you can obviously have a variety of different ways to communicate with people, whether it's on video, share screens, have meetings, and business type settings. A lot of people use it for school, specifically online school, and a host of other things as well. Now, we've seen Zoom kind of take a pretty big market share in the overall competitors when it comes to virtual meeting software. Specifically, they have about a 55% market share, almost a really monopoly ever since the pandemic really kind of caused their overall rise to prominence. And what they're kind of stating here basically is that a lot of users think that machine learning tools that are using OpenAI's GPT-3 software technology could help provide a lot more clarity on recording meetings and specifically putting those meetings in context. And what I mean by that is taking notes, right? We can have ChatGPT literally take notes of a specific Zoom meeting simply just by running the Zoom meeting through ChatGPT software and seeing a massive amount of data being pulled from that. And obviously it takes very accurate notes as well. Keeping all of this in mind, again, I think that Zoom is not really going anywhere anytime soon. It is the industry standard as far as video meeting software, and as AI begins to integrate into it and we see more of Zoom's actual business processes and their models push towards a more heavy use on AI, I think that that will only continue to grow as far as their overall success is concerned. I agree with these three stocks. I think these are all great picks for, in general, not just growth, but also targeting the overall AI sector in general. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, and if you haven't already, make sure to join our free Discord with that first link down in the description below. It's how you get access to our daily buy and sell alerts. But other than that, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm Kyle with Finance Bro. Take it easy.